Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of The Dog House, the City of Glendale's pet adoption show here on GTV6. I'm Kevin McManus of the Pasadena Humane Society. To my right is Dottie Sharkey, lovely and talented, as always. Dottie's with the City of Glendale Parks Department. As you probably know, we come to you the first and third Tuesday of each month from the beautiful Pasadena Humane Society here in Pasadena. Go figure.
He's really good.
I know, this is going so well already. All right, there are many, many fantastic animals here at the shelter to be adopted. What we're going to do first, though, is recap what happened on the show last week. So let's roll that. So pretty good.
We did great. All the cats.
All the cats, and that's great.
Cute little Ewoks, so we have 2 dogs. So.
Yeah, and I know a couple of those cats had been here for quite a while, so yes, that's great.
They were cute little group.
The GTV6 bump got them adopted, so we really appreciate that. Well, let's start looking at the animals we have for today. As always, we start with a pocket pet, and today's pocket pet is a rabbit, and producer Zara is bringing in Dolly, whose ID number is A340240. She is a spayed 5-year-old female rabbit. As you can see, very, very cute.
She's very tiny.
Yeah, she's very petite. I think she might be a lop, or a mini lop mix, which is, a smaller breed of rabbit. She's black and white, as you can tell, very sweet, curious. She was an owner turn-in, so we have a little bit of background information on Dolly. That's how we know her age. Rabbits are notoriously difficult to age, and with stray rabbits, we always have a tough time. If they're an adult, full-grown rabbit, it's really hard to know.
Their age. Is that what you mean?
Right,
Oh,
and
okay.
I know I just mentioned that she's 5 years, but I can't read clearly. She's only 5 months, excuse me. So she's not quite full-grown, but she's got.
Do you have your coffee here today?
I do. Let me.
Oh, good. This is great. Well, this is a tiny little rabbit, she's
adorable.
This is full size. And
Close.
She's tiny, but look at the eyes.
Oh,
She's huge eyes. Huge eyes. She's awfully cute.
Dolly's adoption fee is $30. She is spayed, as I mentioned already, so she would be available to go home with you today.
Look at these little paws.
She's cute as a button.
She is cute as a button. Look at this little paws here.
Hi, Dolly.
So she's.
And rabbits make great pets. They're very quiet. They're a good companion. A lot of times they end up being snugglers, if you're equipped for a rabbit, that is, you have proper housing and a proper place for them to exercise, they're, as I said, fantastic pets.
Well, I think this is a snuggler.
Oh, yeah. She's very calm,
definitely.
Which is
very
great.
Calm. Very calm. And she's even calmed down since she's been here just a few minutes.
That means she's a really well-socialized rabbit, so she'd be good for
She's been well taken care of.
Yeah, definitely.
So, ready to go home.
All right. Well, Dolly's number again is A340240, a spayed 5-month-old female rabbit. All right. Well, we will go from cute black and white Dolly to adorable black and white Wilson. Wilson is being brought in by our volunteer, Andrea. Wilson's number is A340040. He is a neutered 6-year-old male cat. He's very friendly, very confident. And Wilson, kind of a funny story about him. He was found by somebody. He was playing with a dog in like an alleyway or a driveway or something. He was playing with a dog.
Dogs. All right.
And somebody realized that Wilson and this dog were probably missing from somewhere. So they brought the two of them in together, and Unfortunately, we can't keep them together in the kennel, but but Wilson, we are pretty confident if you have a dog. He's dog savvy, is what we call it. So that means he knows how to interact. He knows not to be terrified of dogs, and that actually makes him a lot more adoptable to someone who has a dog in their home.
Wouldn't it be nice if they could go together?
It would be.
It would be.
Hi, buddy.
I hope you noticed that he's dressed for Halloween.
He sure is.
And one of our staff members, Leah, made these for the cats.
He's wearing a little
Halloween
bow tie.
Now, if it was a little girl, you could go like that. See?
Maybe we'll
And
have
a
that with
boy,
a
you get a
cat
bow
coming up
tie.
in the future.
So there you go. You
So
look
Wilson-
really nice, Wilson.
Wilson is, as I mentioned, 6 years old, which makes him eligible for one of our favorite programs to talk about on the program, our Senior for Senior adoption program. So if you are aged 60 or older and you're looking for an older cat, Wilson could definitely fit the bill. His adoption fee is reduced to $20. That would just cover the cost of registering his microchip. Don't worry if you're not over 60, he is still available to you. His adoption fee is $70, and he is neutered, so he would be available to go home with you the day you come in to meet him.
All set for Halloween.
All set for Halloween.
Although
So-
Wilson would probably
Bow
be
tie
under-
included in the adoption fee,
Really?
by the way. Oh,
I was
absolutely.
going to ask you that.
Yeah,
I
we
was going to ask you that,
want him
so.
to go home with his
All
decorations.
right. Well, Wilson has a dog companion, as we mentioned, so if you do come in, maybe you'd like to meet both of them and adopt them together.
Sounds good.
Or not.
So Wilson's ID number again is A340040, and this is Wilson. All right, well, let's bring in our second cat, brought in by our volunteer, Judy. Thank you, Judy. She's this little adorable kitty is Jinx. Her ID number is A339844. She is a 1-year-old female cat. As you can see, white and gray, just beautiful gray markings on her. She's very friendly, easygoing, very relaxed in her kennel, so that's always nice. She's a little bit nervous right now, but I think when she kind of acclimates, she'll be really chill. She was picked up as a stray, so we don't know a whole lot about her.
She's very light.
But yeah,
very-
she's
And this
very
is her
sweet.
size, right?
Yeah, so she's full grown and about a year, as I mentioned. So that's a really great age. Still kind of kitten energy, but not kitten manic craziness, which
And also,
is a
it's
lot.
nice to know the size.
Yeah, she's
of,
full grown, so
we
that's as big as she gets.
We had no idea one of our cats was going to be as large.
We get that a lot. Like, wow, look how big this guy got.
But it's okay. Just
And
as
she's pretty small.
lovable.
She's probably
Just
only
as
like 7
lovable.
pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
6, 7 pounds.
Well, Judy said she's very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when Judy says sweet.
We know it's true.
That's a great endorsement. So
Jinx's adoption fee is $70. She is unaltered at this point, but as soon as she's adopted, she gets spayed, microchipped, and of course she's gotten her first set of vaccines, so she'd be ready to go home within a day or two of the adoption. So again, Jinx, her ID number is A339844. Halloween is a fun time for us. It's one of the best times of the year. I absolutely love Halloween. Love getting dressed up and going trick-or-treating, etc. I did stop that a long time ago, but it used to be really fun. Anyway, but as fun as it is for us, for two-legged folks, it can be frightening for our four-legged friends. So here are some tips to ensure that this Halloween is filled with plenty of treats and no tricks for your pets this year. Isn't that witty? First of all, you want to walk your dog before the trick-or-treaters start their visits. I mean, walking dogs can be stressful enough with lots of people around. Imagine how they're going to feel with little goblins and ghouls running about. Keep your pet safe in the back room during peak trick-or-treating hours or during Halloween parties, as costumed visitors and loud noises can frighten them. Make sure your pet is microchipped and has visible up-to-date ID tags on his or her collar. Anytime a cat or a dog can get spooked, they are likely to kind of flee the scene. So make sure that they have tags, and that way if they should get out, they'll be returned to you. You also want to keep candy out of your pet's reach. As we all know, chocolate is very dangerous for pets, and some artificial sweeteners can be incredibly harmful. So, Dottie?
Okay, here's a few more tips. Keep the jack-o'-lanterns out of reach of your curious pets and use flameless candles instead. And always secure electrical cords out of reach too. That's very important. Keep trick-or-treating a people-only activity, and kids, of course. And
Well, kids are people too.
Well, I know that. But dogs may become difficult to handle during noise festivities, and that, some pets really are afraid. If your pet wears a costume, be sure to remove dangling pieces that may be a hazard to them. And if your pet does not like its costume, then don't force your pet to wear the costume. And black cats may be targeted by persons lured by Halloween myths. However, all animals are vulnerable to malicious pranks. So if you see anything suspicious or dangerous regarding animals, please call us here at Pasadena Humane. It's toll free, and it's 818-240-9100. Let me give you that again. It's 818-240-9100. And all this will ensure a happy Halloween. So,
Excellent.
All right.
So you were making fun of me because of the trick-or-treating thing, weren't you? It's not really
still
true. I gave that up like 4 years ago.
I would still trick-or-treat.
I have to feed my sweet tooth. But speaking of sweet, let's bring in our third and final cat for today, and that is Gizmo, whose ID number is A339309. She is a beautiful spayed, about a year and a half, female tortie. And what an interesting, beautiful tortie. She's kind of like a smoky tortie.
She's beautiful.
She's fantastic.
And this orange goes so well.
Oh,
with
it does.
her.
Yes, it's like we were totally planning
it's
for
your
Halloween
color. It's just, and she's got her little Halloween all set. Now, this is a perfect costume for a cat.
Yeah, ideal. Yeah, it's not dangly. It's very.
It's nice, and they're comfortable with something.
Inobtrusive, I guess.
Yes.
She's very affectionate. Loves to hang out in people's laps like she is now. She does get along well with other cats. So if you are a multi-cat household already, she might be a good addition. She was turned in by an owner. So that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate when people bring the animals to us, because then we get to have a little bit of history, and we know, that's how we know that she gets along well with other cats,
And look how well taken care of.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Right to the point where they have little bows on them, and they get such wonderful care here.
Her adoption fee is $70. That would include the cost of, everything. She is spayed already, but we implant the microchip, first set of vaccines, complimentary vet visit, and 10% off in our pet store as kind of a thank you. So you can get Gizmo and get her all hooked up for pennies.
For pennies.
Anyway.
It's nothing, you divide it over a lifetime, and there's nothing that can replace.
Well, what's the price of love?
I know. There is no price.
There is no price.
There is no price.
So Gizmo's ID number, again, is A339309. She is a spayed, beautiful tortie cat.
Okay, here comes our first dog. This is Gertrude.
Hi, Gertrude.
Look at how, oh my gosh, what a sweetie. Look at this. Are you too friendly? You just want to see everybody. Gertrude's number is A340419, unaltered 5-year-old female. You're a little perky.
Oh, good
Perky
girl.
little girl for 5 years old. Oh, loves to sit on chairs. I thought, oh boy, loves to sit on laps.
I was prepared.
That was pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy. And very mellow. Very mellow. Isn't that nice? Wouldn't she be a great companion?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
And we think Gertrude is probably a purebred English bulldog. So she's it's a really popular dog, and
yeah, we don't get many bulldogs.
not too many,
on the
no.
show.
Yeah,
No.
I think this is maybe the first.
So that says a lot.
Yeah,
for you,
you're-
Gertrude. That must mean you're a real special breed.
Oh,
So that's, look at the, just so happy. And she was a star out in the mobile unit.
Oh, yeah.
I heard. So she drew crowds. She drew crowds. And knows some of her commands. Let's see, sit.
She nailed it. Look at that. It's like she predicted what you're. Oh.
And Gertrude was a stray.
Yeah, she was found with another dog,
Uh-huh.
but so we're, pretty confident that she's good with other dogs.
Uh-huh.
Bulldogs can be a little stubborn and can sometimes be a little difficult to train, but she is, as you mentioned, she knows a bunch of commands already, and she, is very smart. So
She's very mellow.
yeah,
It
and
just seems to fit in, doesn't she? She just.
and can't you
fits
just
right
see
in.
her just hanging out
Yeah.
in your backyard on a chair
Yeah.
next to you, letting you scratch her ears?
Yeah, just yeah. You have a mellow lifestyle. Gertrude's a dog. For
And
you.
these bulldogs, they, because of their physical makeup, they can't do a lot of strenuous exercise because of the threat of overheating. They have a really short nose, so especially when it gets, as we're still seeing, really warm temperatures, you don't want to walk them for too long.
That's
or,
good to
no
know.
running and
That's
that kind of
good to
thing.
know.
But,
Yeah,
oh, I
the
love.
demonstration is she is but she's awfully friendly, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's very people-centric, which
Very,
is
very
really
people.
nice.
So let me give you Gertrude's number again. This is a very special dog, very special. I think she would make any owner feel special too.
Oh, I think so.
So Gertrude's number is A340419, just as lovable as can be. This is Gertrude.
So October is one of my favorite months of the year. It's the month of Halloween. My birthday is actually in October. And it is Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. If you are looking for your next canine best friend, please consider adopting from the Pasadena Humane Society. Our adoption fees for dogs are $125. That includes a number of things: the spay or neuter surgery for the dog, the microchip, rabies vaccine, first set of other vaccines, discount at our pet store, free vet visit, and actually this month we're sending all of our dogs home with PHS alumni bandanas. That's really cool. Our blue ribbon dogs, which are the dogs that have shown, like Gertrude, who was just on a good deal of training, they are discounted. The adoption fee is only $100. Our Senior for Senior program, as always, the adoption fee is completely waived, although there is a $20 microchip registration fee if the dog was not microchipped when he or she came in. To view all of the wonderful dogs that we have, please go to our website, www.pasadenahumane.org. And come on in October and adopt a shelter dog. Thank you.
And wish Kevin a happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Okay, Snooky, get over here. This is Snooky, so appropriately named. Are you ready?
Come here.
This is Snooky, and Snooky's number is A337945. Spayed, 6 years old. Can you believe that? This little one.
She's adorable.
She's so cute. Black and white Chihuahua. She likes you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Very friendly and outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
We like that. And she's also been out on the mobile unit. I bet you got lots of pets when you were out at the mobile unit. I bet you did. What a little face. She's a little scared right now. She'll calm down in a minute. And but this is a stray.
Yeah.
How does somebody this tiny get found?
Well, she was very lucky to have been found.
Wonderful. That's such a great thing. We had another dog lost in our neighborhood. The one before that, we have a neighborhood chain of emails, and as I mentioned on our last show, I believe that the dog was found by Pasadena Humane on a roof. Must have been. Don't ask.
I'd like to know what that dog was thinking.
So the next time this email came out, I just shot right back.
And you were looking
Go
for
to the
roof.
website, pasadenahumane.org, and I got it back we found them, we found.
Oh, I thought you were going to
So,
say you
yeah.
told everyone to go out and look at their roofs, because clearly that's where the stray dogs go in your neighborhood.
But it's just amazing that how many animals can be found on our website. If
Absolutely,
you lose it.
yeah.
And it should be
Yeah.
the first place you check, and we're updated hourly. So anyway, let's get back to
Yeah,
Snooki.
let's talk about Snooki here. So
Snooki.
you mentioned that she was out with our mobile unit, and I do like to kind of, every time we talk about that, just let people know that the reason we have these dogs go out in the, in the world and the community is not only because they're adoptable and they're great dogs, but they have really good social skills. They are the dogs that, you're going to be comfortable taking for walks and going to busy things and doing things that people love to do with their dogs. Like the dogs we take out, they have that experience, and we know that they're good at it. So Snooki is definitely one of those dogs where, although she's diminutive in size, like she's got a great social ability, and yeah, really just a wonderful dog to go places with and do things with. So.
Well, she was probably
Not
at
trick-or-treating.
Canine in the Parks
I
last
believe she
Saturday,
was,
which
yeah.
was an incredible day. Lots of crowds, lots of dogs. It's a place people go to, and
Yeah,
Snooki
she
was
fit
probably
right in.
there. Was she there?
Couldn't you see her
Yeah.
taking down
And that's
officer?
a lot of people, a lot of crowds, and a lot going on. What did you say?
I said, couldn't you just see a dog like this taking down one of those mannequins with, or not mannequins? I guess they're real people. Sorry, I digress. But Snooki is great. She's one of my favorites here right now.
Anyway, well, this is Snooki, and as I said, thank you everyone who was at the Canine in the Park event and for donations, and it really helps us in Glendale to have police dogs and fight crime. They do a good job.
They do.
So, anyway, let me give you Snooki's number again. It's A337945. Okay, here comes our next dog. Zara's bringing in Sapphire. Sapphire, what a beautiful name. I wonder if that's because you just sparkle. Look at her. Okay, this is Sapphire, and her number is A338115. Unaltered, 3-year-old female. She's only 3
turn
years
around, look?
old. Cute little. And this is called a blue and white pit bull.
Yes. Yep.
Very friendly, very playful, as seen right here. Look at this, how playful. And she's also been out in the mobile unit.
Of
which,
course.
as we said, great with crowds, great with other dogs, friendly, and she's deaf.
Yeah, that's not all that uncommon, but yeah, we think, well, we have a very strong suspicion. Of course, she can't tell us, but we have a very strong suspicion that she is deaf. So that does make her a little bit of a special needs dog. You have to learn different ways of training the dogs that way. Like, she's not going to respond to voice commands.
Yeah.
She's like down. Good
Yeah.
girl. But as you can see, she doesn't, it doesn't bother her at all, and she's very, very affectionate and sweet with people. So.
Well, I don't know what it applies to dogs, but I did have a cat once who was deaf, and I had certain signs.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, show me, what do you want? And the cat would just. So yes, you can.
And the way that we recommend you train, and with the way that we train the dogs here, I know we talk about blue ribbon dogs all the time, but we always use just hand signals.
Yeah.
So you can be saying, sandwich, and she's still going to do, the hand signal that, or respond to the hand signal.
Of course,
so,
yeah. So that they can.
So that's just how you're going to have to communicate, kid.
Well, I think that's the way we
Oh, yeah, yeah.
communicate anyway.
Absolutely.
We talk with our hands as well as, but she's an awfully sweet.
Oh, she's
and
love.
she's so happy. This is a happy
Yeah.
little guy, little girl. Anyway, only 3 years old, and definitely a little active.
She's looking for a belly rub. Come here.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's
In
her
world.
number again?
Okay, let me give you her number again. It's A338115, and is she our last dog?
Yes.
Is she definitely? Yeah. Okay. You are wrapping the show up.
Miss
So look
Sapphire.
at that. Zara wants to take your picture. Strike a pose here. There you go. How's that, Zara? Did you get it? All right. Well, if you haven't seen a pet here today, that we encourage you to definitely come down and see us, but we can be reached by phone at 626-792-7151. As we mentioned earlier, PasadenaHumane.org is a great way to kind of get a view of some of the pets available here. And we're at 361 South Raymond Avenue in Pasadena. From Glendale, you take the 210 freeway, you get off at the Del Mar exit, take a left on Del Mar, right onto Raymond, and there we are. It's actually the best way to come in.
But if you are, a computer junkie, like many of us are, there are so many ways to connect with us on the internet via social media.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start naming them and forget half of them, but we're on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, on Foursquare, on Vine, which is a video site. If you haven't checked that out, it's great. On Instagram, which is one of my favorite ways to connect with people. And did I get them all? Pinterest. I knew I was going to miss one. Sorry, Pinterest.
But the very best way.
Oh, the best
is
ways to come in.
Lock eyes here, and you never know. You walk in to get one type of animal, and you
go
lock
home with
eyes,
Sapphire.
fall in love, and like Sapphire here, sometimes people are motivated by special needs pets.
Oh, absolutely.
And definitely because we mentioned earlier she's deaf, and that would be a nice way. So anyway, that's it.
That's it for today. Yeah, Dottie,
right.
thank you.
Thank you, and we thank you for helping us help the animals. See you next time.